Hello there, and welcome back to André Plays / Analyses Unreal. We are back here at the end of the Dark Arena, and as you can see in front of us, we have a door. But if we press this lever behind us, the door opens, and we can enter Harobed village. So let's do this. As I mentioned last time, this village was mentioned in, there was a Gnarly in Rajigar mine that, whose message is something like, oh, on the other side of these mountains lies Harobed village. I must travel, dig through the mine to get there. It is the only way. So now we're going to enter this village. And here we are at Harobed village. Once again, we are out in the open, the lush environment of Napali. We have a big flag here, and some statues here. There's actually an interesting little bug, well, not really a bug, but if we fly up here, we actually see there is a bird that's stuck. See, this bird here is stuck here. We can shoot it down though. But yeah, there's just a bit of a stuck bird there. Anyway, let's fly back down. Bit of an echo. There is Gnarly fruit here. We have two ways we can go. We can either continue down here, this path, which will take us to the next map, or we can actually, well, it won't take us immediately to the next map, but we can continue down this path, and we see a spaceship in the distance that we can travel to. Or we can first stop off at the actual village itself, which is what we're gonna do. See, this sky with the blues and the reds and stuff, this is what the sky of Dark Arena was meant to look like. But like I said, there was some sort of bug or some sort of malprogrammed feature where instead of the blues and the reds and all these textures, it just has like the default white light, you know. It got rid of all this, you know, mood lighting and just went in a pure bright light. Anyway, let's explore Harobed village. We see there are these houses. Oh, I heard a fly. Behind the houses we have some Gnarly healing fruit. And we have... Oh, hello rabbit. And we have this, a flak shell. Ammo for the 6 gun, which we are gonna get in this map. So let's now actually explore these huts. Every time we enter one of the huts, it actually spawns more flies. So we have a knife on the table, which we can't pick up. We have a flashlight, awesome. We have a nice fire at this fireplace. We have an 8-ball gun, so let's pick up some 8 balls. And some bandages, which we don't need. But this hut also has a roof, I mean like an attic, so we can climb up into the attic and we find clips and a book. Sadness fills my soul. The sky demons came and took many of us to work in the mines. If we don't obey, we'll be slaughtered. The sky demons know about our secret in the abbey, but haven't found it. So these mines mentioned are probably Rajigar mine. They say the sky demons know about our secret in the abbey. This is probably the Flak Cannon. The Flak Cannon being the 6th weapon. I'm guessing this was a weapon of Scar design. I mean, it's probably Scar design. It definitely wasn't, I mean, I doubt it was made by the Gnarly. It's definitely, you know, the Gnarly wouldn't have sophisticated weapons like that. But the Gnarly have got this weapon and have hid it in the Abbey, and the Scar have not found this secret. Now let's explore this hut. Here's an automag, so we can pick up the automag. There are steps up to the attic, but one of the steps of the ladder is broken, so we've got to do a bit of a jump. We find some Tritium shards and another flak shell for the Flak Cannon. So this hut is empty. This is probably one of the Gnarlies which have been taken away. Oh shit! That took me by surprise. I was not expecting that. Here we have some ammo for the 8-ball, which we can pick up. Does this have an attic? This does have an attic, and the flare there. But there's no way to go in there. I guess the fireplace is broken. But yeah, no, there's no way to get to that attic. I think I can see something in it. Like I can see 2 flak shells, but how would I get into there? I guess I could rocket jump, but without rocket jumping, I don't know how to get into there. But no, if I do fly up, I can indeed see 2 flak shells. But I'm not entirely sure how to get to this secret. Because there is an item called the jump boot, which do allow you to jump up distances, but there are no jump boots here. So I'm not entirely sure how you get that secret. Maybe the only way is to rocket jump, or I have no idea. Rocket jumping being, of course, blowing up a rocket or like an ASMD bullet underneath you so that the splash damage throws you up. And lastly, we have this hut. I'll not stay here any longer. With the next passing of the 2 suns, I'll try to reach the Sun Spire. There I will be safe. Before I go, I will retrieve the Sky Demon's weapon from the Abbey. Okay, so first of all, this mentions the Sun Spire. The Sun Spire is a huge, giant, tall building built into a giant monolith, a giant, tall rock on Napali. And it's a map which we will visit. It also mentions the Sky Demon's weapons. This implies that the Flak Cannon is indeed a Scar weapon, that it does indeed belong to the Scar. Here we see the Gnarly. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. I will go back to my last save. Just because I was trying to jump on the fireplace, but I did not mean to jump on the Gnarly. That's not good. So we read this message. More ammo for the 8-ball. Oh, which I do need. And a flare. And we can climb up in this house. And we find an ASMD core. But yes, this Gnarly is luckily still alive, but he's saying that he'll go to the Sunspire and that he will retrieve the Sky Demon's weapon. Well, not if we retrieve it first, which, as their messiah, I'm sure they'd appreciate. Okay, so we've explored the houses. The next thing is this well. We can't actually jump in the well, but notice that there is a well here because there is actually a way that we will swim in the waters underneath it. It's actually a secret which we will explore. Anyway, let's head towards the Abbey. So here we have the Abbey of Harobed Village. We can walk down here where we find some clips. There's like an invisible wall here, I think. Invisible something. Is there? No. Yeah, there's some invisible solid object there. Oh yeah, see there are two suns. There's one sun there and one sun there. If we go this way, this takes us to the cemetery, which we will explore after the abbey. First I'll explore the abbey itself. We have 8 balls here. Clips here. A dead Gnarly here. Let's look here, we have health. Here we have bandage. Here we have a Gnarly with a book. We shall pray before we set off for the Sunspire. We will find refuge there. Praise be to the God of the good law for giving us sanctuary. The journey will be treacherous, but we will prevail. Unfortunately, you won't, my friend. The Scar have come and slain you. More bandages. Here we find a Gnarly. A Gnarly priest telling us to Tebar, Tebar, Tebar. And they open that secret passage. Although I'm pretty sure, even if they don't lead you there, I'm pretty sure you can just walk to that wall and it opens automatically by itself. Like, the Gnarly opened this wall, but I'm pretty sure even if they didn't, even if you could just walk up to the wall yourself and touch it and it would open. Now the Gnarly goes back to praying. There's actually a assault vest behind here. Originally, there was a anti-toxin suit behind here to counter the toxic water later in the map. However, then they changed, because later on we'll pass through this water, and the idea was that this water was originally meant to be toxic, and there was going to be an anti-toxin suit here. But then they changed it so that the water wasn't toxic, it's just normal water, and so they changed the anti-toxin suit to an assault vest here. But either way, the Gnarly have opened up this secret for me. You can climb the steps. Climb more steps. I hear a scar. Find a bandage. So now we are above the abbey in this place here. And lastly, we can go up this lift here, where we get the Flak Cannon. This is the Flak Cannon over here. It's one of probably my favorite weapon in the game. So, as mentioned, it's a Scar weapon because the Gnarlies do refer to it as the Sky Demon's weapon. Oh, I see a fly out there. Because the Gnarly do refer to it as the Sky Demon's weapon. I will show it off, but only once I'm outside. How do we press this lever? Can we press the lever to call the lift back? Hello? Lever? Do you work? Maybe the lever's broken. Maybe I have to... I think this lever is meant to call the lift. But I guess it's not working today. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Beautiful. The Flak Cannon. Oh, there's a gnarly fruit here. So the Flak Cannon has two firing modes. Primary fire is the following. It should... Oh. So the Flak Cannon, primary fire, shoots a spray of metal shards. Alternate fire lobs an unexploded shell, which when it lands, explodes with a whole lot of shrapnel. See? So those are the two firing modes of the Flak Cannon, but I'm not going to show off any more because it's a valuable weapon. It's my favorite weapon, and its ammo is valuable, so I'm gonna preserve it. So now we can go round here. I'll pick up the assault vest later. First I just want to go around here to the cemetery, to the So we can pick up some flares here, gnarly fruit, some ASMD ammo, more gnarly fruit. As we walk through this cemetery, there are no translator messages on the stones, but we can walk through this cemetery. Note, however, at the back of this stone, there's a bit of a protrusion, see? If we press it, it actually opens this gravestone into a secret passage. Now we can go in. Pick up a flashlight. And here we find some slith. Oh. Flashlight. Flare. Here's a chair. I guess we can destroy the chair. And here we find Gnarly fruit seeds. Gnarly fruit seeds are actually a form, they're a collectible item. Oh. Gnarly fruit seeds are a collectible item that serves as a form of portable health. The idea is that when you plant the gnarly fruit seeds, so right now we have 3 of them, the idea is that we can plant one, you can plant them anywhere, and when you plant one, you throw it in front of you, and it grows into a gnarly fruit. And the idea is that way, so it's like, suppose you're low on health, you can carry these seeds around and they act as like your portable health packs. You can just drop them anywhere you want, and they grow into gnarly fruit, but they take time. So you can't just use them in the middle of a battle, you have to wait for them to grow. The thing is though, is that if you get the gnarly fruit before it's ripe, it only gives you a smaller amount of health. So you can plant it, wait 10 seconds to pick it up, but it might only give you 5 health. Only when it's fully ripe does it give you the full 29 or 30 health. But yeah, this is basically portable gnarly fruit. Interesting thing. So basically, so in order for the gnarly fruities to work as they work, they made it so that when a gnarly fruit is created, instead of being created fully formed, it actually undergoes this growing animation. So when you plant the seed turns into a gnarly fruit, and the gnarly fruit starts going through this growing animation. However, as a side effect of this, when you first enter a map, all the gnarly fruit around in the map that are naturally in the ground, instead of appearing fully formed, they also go through this growing animation. So if you actually open a map, like an outdoor map, and then you run to look at a gnarly fruit quickly in like the first like 30 seconds of the map having loaded, you will actually see this gnarly fruit, instead of being fully grown, is actually undergoing this growing animation, which I think is unintended. But yes, that's how gnarly fruit work. Obviously they are, well, I wouldn't even call them a gnarly item, they're just they're a native product of Nepali. They're just part of, they're not even made by the gnarly, they're just a native flora to the planet. Another thing I want to mention is this wall here. Once again, there's like a weird wall thing here, which has nothing to do with anything. Why is it here? Is this rather, instead of being an indentation, this is a protrusion. It's protruding outwards. Is this like a hidden door meant to be? Is this meant to be another connection to that underflow map? Who knows? But either way, it's there. I don't know what it's for though. It's just this random thing there. Then I got the stinger ammo. Oh no. So now we are underneath that well from before. Remember that well? This is actually underneath that well. And we have some ammo for the Flak Cannon and some clips. Interesting fact, on easier difficulties there is also a super health here, but because I'm playing on Unreal difficulty, there is no super health. But yes, that's everything under here. I haven't forgotten about the assault vest in the church. I will get it, but only once I take a bit more damage, so that I can maximize the usage of my assault vest. Nice musical cues. So we've explored the abbey, we've gotten the Flak Cannon, we've explored the cemetery, and gotten the secret in the cemetery. Where's the sunspire? Can I see the sunspire from here? It should be visible in the skybox as like a big tall tower. You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna get the assault vest now. Instead of walking all the way back there and then fighting and then walking all the way back here. So now, as you can see, we see a ship in the distance. This is the Tyranniacs. I hear a manta. This is the Tyranniacs. The Tyranniacs is a ship of the Mercenaries. The Mercenaries are a separate alien space race to the Scar. They are nothing to do with the Scar. They are completely a different race. I guess they're meant to be like interstellar scavengers. Like they roam between the stars and they scavenge things. They also have greenhouses on their ship. So like they grow their own vegetables. They're meant to be like, you know, scavengers slash gardeners, you know, like basically they have spaceships where they grow vegetables on them, so they have their own stuff going on. But they're not meant to be like actively hostile. Like they're not supposed to hate the player like the Scar or anything. They're just protecting their own interests. So when you appear on their ship, they're like, who the hell is this alien? We better just fight them off just because they're not mercenaries, so you know they're an alien. So they are hostile to you just because they're trying to defend their own ship from you, because they don't know who you are. This person, just a dead human woman with no message. Gnarly fruit. Now see, this water was originally meant to be toxic. It was meant to be like, I don't know, boiling hot water or acidic water or something. And thus we have this obstacle course, you know, where you're meant to be able to like jump onto this thing, you know, and jump onto this thing and therefore avoid touching the water. But the thing is though, the water isn't actually toxic. See, you can swim in it just fine. But the water was meant to be toxic. And now being in the water is to summon these flies. But yeah, like I said, this is meant to be like the water was originally intended to be toxic, and thus you're meant to pick up the antitoxin suit in the church. But for whatever reason, they decided, actually no, we'll just make it normal water. Like I said, it wasn't actually. It was meant to be like, I don't know, maybe coolant from the ship that had leaked out, and that's was meant to be like corrosive, or maybe it was boiling hot water that had leaked out from the ship, or something. It was meant to be something that you couldn't exactly swim in. There's a Scar around here. There we go. Here's an explosive barrel. Another explosive barrel, and here is the body of a mercenary. So you can see, what are these funny creatures? They're not Scar. So sort of showing off the things which are to come. And that has been Harobed Village. We will next map we'll start exploring the Tyranniacs, the spaceship of the mercenaries which has crash landed on the planet. Because like I mentioned before, Nepali was originally intended to be like this Bermuda Triangle in space, this weird planet where all ships of all different species crash land on it. And this map, the next map and the map after that, Tyranniacs Underground and Tyranniacs, are the main two maps where we will see the mercenaries. The mercenaries were intended to be in other maps. There were some maps that were cut from the game were also meant to be other mercenary ships, but in the final released game, there was only ever these maps you know, these maps are the only main maps which feature the mercenaries. So they were originally intended to be in a lot more stuff, but their appearance was cut. Anyway, I will save it here, and next map I will start exploring Tyranniac's underground and start exploring the ship and start talking about my ideas about the ship and the mercenaries, because they're a whole fascinating topic of discussion. Anyway, I think I've done everything. I don't think I've skipped anything. I guess we'll see you next time. But yeah, see you next time. Bye, and thank you for watching André Plays / Analyses Unreal. Oh, I forgot to save it. I'll also save it too. Bye!